This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately.
Hey everybody, I am in the new office. I don't have everything set up behind me or anything. I mean, what it really looks like behind me, it looks kind of weird with the blackness there, but it's kind of like that so far. Like this is a sound thing on the wall, but I don't know, I might remove that. Who the hell knows? But there you go. That's what it looks like. How's the audio? Is it okay? It took me the whole day to get this thing set up. It was crazy. Looks pretty cool though. It's all on a Veridesk. Yeah. And I'm still connected to the living room, which is inside the house. So there you go. Also, tonight I was going to, remember Naomi Irion case, the one that we were covering the whole time, and I was on Court TV for that one. They had like this presentation they made, but you couldn't really make it out, so I got a hold of the Lyon County Sheriff's Office and did a request and got it, the real thing, and I boosted up the audio and everything. So I think it'll be cool to watch and see how close we were, for those of you that were following along at the time. I think it was pretty cool how some of the stuff is what we were saying. So I have that, and then looks like there was about 36 people, law enforcement officers searching out where Suzanne Morphew was found. And how's everybody feeling today? Yesterday was kind of a bummer, you know. I did that second show and it was kind of like sort of a, like just sort of getting back up on your feet really quick, you know. It was interesting and it took my mind off of that shit. And it just, thank you, CR. Yeah, so tomorrow is our donation night, so it'd be cool to kind of flow into that thing. Tomorrow night, the first hour is sort of the last push for super chats or PayPal, whatever the hell it is, and then after that I donate a ton of money. This month we're gonna somebody gave me a really good link. Who was that? Let's see. Let's see, I don't know if I can find it. Forgot the name of it. Hold on. Yeah, bold.org. So let me see where that, hold on. And it's crazy, they set up foundations and all the money goes right to the I'm going to check it out. I've already got a meeting set up with them. Yeah, it was Kimberly. Yeah, so you can set up your own foundation on bold.org. And, you know, I can put money in there and anybody else can put money in if they want to. And then we've got our little foundation that we're building for scholarships. And then I wrote down kind of what I wanted. I know, it'd be cool. I'm kind of looking forward to the meeting. It seems like a legitimate place. I mean, I think it says 100% of the money goes to people. So it sounds like a kind of like a one-stop shopping, something for us where we don't have to try to figure it out. I mean, you can even ask the applicants to write letters. Hey, thanks, circa then, etc. So right now I have 4 monitors on here. It's crazy. Good for you, A Die. Have we even started talking about that yet? Jesus. Let's see. And it's also Cindy's birthday, Mary Lou, so you gotta sing happy birthday to Cindy.
Oh, Cindy, yeah, she's one of the only people that like me.
I think, more than, there's more than just one person that likes you. I mean, I understand why if there was only 0, but,
Gosh, Gray, that isn't very nice.
All right, anyways, sing happy birthday for Cindy J, all right?
Okay, here we go.
What's going on? Were you smoking cigarettes again?
Yeah, the ones with Retsin. The low-cal ones?
Oh, good. All right, good for you. All right, here we go.
Happy birthday to Cindy J. Happy birthday to Cindy J. Happy birthday, dear Cindy J. Happy birthday to you.
Wow! Are you okay, Mary Lou?
I just got a little smoke stuck in my lungs.
Wow, maybe you should lay off those low-cal cigarettes at this point.
Yeah, maybe.
And many more.
Little late there, John Boy. Little late.
Well, better late than never. At least I didn't sound like you.
Well, there you did. You did sound just like me.
Oh no, I was imitating you.
No, you're not. That's exactly what you sounded like.
Oh my God, I'm not going to listen to those guys argue. I can tell you that right now. Anyways, there you go. See, look at that. Blue is like, he's not even close to me right now. So I still got him on camera though, so you guys can still see him. Right there. Nope, they took off. It's kind of weird in here, It's so quiet. There isn't a damn sound. Listen. Nothing. Absolute nothingness. I guess that's how I wanted it when I'm recording the podcast. I was thinking of starting an NBA, like just sort of a once a week or maybe, a couple times a week, Blazers talk show call-in type thing. What do you guys think of that? The only reason is because I absolutely just so disagree with so many people regarding that. I don't know if you guys are following along, but yeah, we have this player named Damian Lillard, and, wow, everyone says he's the greatest player in the history of the world. And I've never really, well, you don't have to watch, Georgina. I'm just saying, I was just thinking of doing it myself. You guys can go sub over there, just give me the numbers, and then don't ever watch. But it's, what do you think of this scenario right here? So the Blazers, they were like, yeah, we're going to build around Dame. We're going to build around Dame. Damian Lillard, we're going to keep trying to help him out. They've given him every nickel that he could ever earn. He's always been paid the maximum money at every level. He got the keys to the team. He could shoot the ball whenever he wanted. Nobody cared. He could, just shoot. And so it was sort of artificially creating, boosting him up to these, monumental numbers where if somebody else took that many shots, they could do the same damn thing. Right, so listen to this scenario. Like, so the Blazers will, well, we'll try to build around you, and we'll build around you. That's what our goal is. And then they landed on the 3rd pick in the draft, but ended up getting who would have been the 1st pick in the draft every other year. The team ahead of us just wanted this other player, and we got the 3rd pick and got the number 1 pick, basically, who's also a guard, but Lillard's 33 years old, so we've got this guard on the team. Now it looks like they're rebuilding, but Damian Lillard said, "Well, I don't want to rebuild. I just want to, I don't want to." So basically, this is what it's like. The Portland Trailblazers are his girlfriend, and things weren't quite the way he thought. So then he goes, "I want to have another girlfriend, and I want that girlfriend to be the Miami Heat. Okay, the Miami Heat is my new girlfriend." And that's the only person I'm going to date, okay? And then that girlfriend wasn't interested. Okay? And so then all of a sudden, Dame comes back to the team. He goes, "Well, the only team I want to play for is Miami, but if they don't take me, I'd rather play here than anywhere else." Like, so you're coming back to the scorned Blazers that you literally just dumped, and you're saying, "I want to play for you." And then the Blazers said, "Well, you're not allowed to come back here." And you know what he did? He still went to the practice facility and shot and played basketball with all the other players and everything. That's like a stalker. I mean, it's almost kind of sick. Like, what the hell are you doing, dude? You wanted the hell out of here. You're not really welcome here right now, and you go and start shooting around and playing. Oh my God! I thought it was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And then all the other players liked it. He said, "Oh, they thought it was fun and everything." And I doubt it. I doubt Scoot Henderson, the draft pick we got, who's going to be starting at point guard, really wanted him shooting around. And I don't know. All the Blazer fans are like, "Oh man, he was going to come back. Oh, we didn't do it, OG." I mean, what a bunch of babies! It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I've wanted Lillard off the team for about 5 years now. All right. Anyways, I got this office here. It's pretty sweet. It's almost too quiet though. It's weird. That's how I built it though. Like, I wanted it like absolutely quiet in here. Anyways, I think it was just really childish behavior. Really strange stuff. You else hear the teacher from Peanuts talking? No? What are you talking about? Do I not sound normal, or what's going on? Or were you talking about early when I was doing the happy birthday, or... How's the audio, by the way? Now, One Sly Angel's making me nervous. Oh, sports talk, I get it. Yeah, like, it doesn't mean... Well, it wasn't really... You could actually relate it to not sports talk. That's all you had to do. I was trying to relate it to, like... look at it in the real world. You tell a girlfriend of yours, because things aren't working out the way you want, and the way that you said, "I'm leaving you." Then, the girlfriend that you chose doesn't want you. The other girlfriend you chose doesn't want you. Then you go back to the first girlfriend and say, "Hey, I'd rather be here if the other girlfriend doesn't like me." And then you say, "Hey, I'm just not interested. We're not interested anymore." And then you start showing up at the house, going into, it's stalker, passive-aggressive bullshit. That's what it is. All right.
New office. Nice.
What do you mean nasally? What are you talking about, Annabelle? I don't sound like that. I can tell you that right now. I don't think so, Slapstick. I think it's your ears. Yeah. Maybe I'll boost it up for you. How about that? Is that better for you guys? How about if I turn it up like right there? I think that's pretty good. Now look how cool this is. My face gets in a different spot, but watch this. Okay, listen everybody. Here we go. Listen. It's rising up, see? The whole desk is moving. So I have to stand up. I don't know if it goes up quite high enough, so I'm kind of not really in the thing, but now I can be standing up right here. So I guess at that point I'll have to move the camera around. Isn't that cool though? Yeah, so the whole desk goes. Yeah, it's a 7. You guys were right about that 72-incher. If I didn't have the 72-inch desk, it wouldn't have worked. I can tell you that. Definitely wouldn't have worked. So let's see. Get it back down and do the. You just press a button. I have it. You can schedule them for certain height, or pre-program is what I meant to say. There you go. So it's like 28 inches and 40. Yeah, I'll be able to, I have this little thing that you stand on too with your feet balancing on it. Yeah, the color, I don't know if it shows up quite right, because remember this is that blue rain. So might have to like adjust something. Plus I have all the lights off. I have a dimmer switch, just barely on, and then this other thing, let's see. Yeah, probably, maybe like that. Yeah. It is a hydraulic desk. It's crazy. All right. So, yeah, so how's everybody feeling today? Everybody keeps sending me emails, like, I mean, I think everybody knew Jen H, people that were here all the time. Many of you knew her pretty well, talking to her and so forth. And so, I feel bad for every single person. I'm not the only one. I mean, she was a moderator, and we emailed probably 200 times and had, I started talking to her on the phone like 2 months ago. So I was getting more worried about her, and, But how are you guys doing? It's pretty depressing. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, speculation station. Man, that might not work here. Ooh, man. We speculate here, but it's all, here's the truth about speculation. Here's how it goes. You fill a box. You know how people say think outside the box? Well, I have a mug that's, you fill the box with facts. Then you think outside of that box. Not, hey everybody, let's just randomly start throwing out every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Oh, I know, I'm just looking at your name. Speculation Station. We know what's coming. Hey, thanks, Vicky H. Yeah. Hey, very cool, very cool. Yeah. So tomorrow, I'm going to be putting money aside. Literally, I mean, I'll put the money on the screen. You'll see it there, and whenever that other account gets set up, I think I'm going to use that. If that works out, what a great little, what a great organization that is. I mean, that's amazing. So that makes things pretty easy, I think. I might, when I'm on the call with them, I might be, I kind of like the idea of children of, like fallen heroes, or, somebody lost their, and I don't, does it really matter if what kind of courses they want to take? Because I think the key there is just sort of supporting, like fallen heroes and their kids, whatever the hell they want to go to school for, right? I mean, it doesn't really, they can do whatever the hell they want. What do you guys think about that? I mean, all the angles are different now. I have 4 monitors, so I got one over here in front of me that now is the sort of what you guys see. Google Earth is right over here to the left, and then there's a whole free monitor to the left and another free one over here, but I have the control panel from YouTube of the show on that one. So that's good. Yeah, it shouldn't really matter what schooling the kid wants to do. Yeah, I think it's sort of like we're just helping out the children of, perhaps like, you know, children of a police officer that died or a soldier or something like that. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, try calling the parents today to let them know what we're going to be doing, but I think today is probably worse than it was yesterday. And I don't know, I mean, there's stuff I don't know about her. Like, the thing is, when we started talking, it was really just her letting me know, like, she'd, you know, ask about, like, some of the crazy, you know, the trolling shit that happens and stuff. And then we'd be talking about what she's going through and what she's going to try next and things like that. I didn't get to know things about, like, if she has brothers and sisters. I mean, it's kind of sad, but yeah. I wish there was more time, you know. Yeah, it's pretty cool in here. Maybe I'll get, you guys want to see the office by using the dog camera? I'll walk it in here and you can see it. What do you mean face forward? Well, I am face forward like that, right? I mean, I don't know. I have the camera over here. Normally, I'm looking at this monitor because that's where the chat is, but this is the one that has, like, Google Earth and everything. Is that the one? Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe I should move this over. Like, if I put this over here, I don't know. It's just so far away. I don't want to do it that way. Yes, please, what? Yeah, hey, thanks, Stacy Facey. Yeah, so the thing is, the chat's over here. How did I have it before? I think it was like this monitor had it. And then this one was the... Right, when I do Google Earth, was it like this before? And then it used to be like this when I'm talking to you guys? Yeah. Yeah, but it's not the same anymore, though, because now there's 4 monitors. There isn't one in the middle and 2 on the sides. All right, well, let me I can probably switch it like this. Or hold on, I got it. Man, you guys are so picky. God, who gives a crap what your face is doing? Maybe I'd look better after a while. All right. Wait, what was that? No, that was weird. What's going on? What happened? Oh, yeah, so I just moved everything over. You guys are screwing me up now. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, I gotta fix everything now. Shit. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so I guess before I would look at the here for Google Earth, right? I mean, when I was talking to you guys. Let's see if it works. So how about, like, was it like this before, maybe? Or man, you guys just screwed me up. I had it all set up. Was it like this before? Kind of more like this, like, hey, you know. All right, so that would be when I'm reading the chat. It's like that, okay? Great, it has to be exactly the same forever. God, this shirt's like all messed up. Weird. It's strange. It looks like I'm like, I don't know. It's odd. Yeah, it's different than it was for sure. Man, you guys made it really tough for me. Now I have to look way over here for... Yeah, I guess if I need that, I need that. Right, here's... So let's do... I'll show you what it looks like now, okay? So I'll put this like that, and I'll go get the camera and bring it in. Alright. Is that cool? I don't know if it works. Oh, there it is. Well, what do you guys think of that, huh? Kind of that camera's a little bit, you know, laggy, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna put an exercise bike in here and everything. This is gonna be like a little. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The 72-inch desk. If I didn't have it, it wouldn't have worked. Hey, look at that. Lanky Tor gifted 5 memberships. I thought Naven Man, I thought you were already. I thought Lisa, or Naven Man, I thought you were already one. And then Kimberly Gabaldon, GHI 67, and Joel Sane. There you go. Well, thanks for being here, Mag. Appreciate it. No, just a recumbent. I don't like those. I don't like those kind where you're sitting up, your back just gets blown out. Thank you, CR. Okay, so let's watch the Naomi Irion. Now watch, somebody will go, Gray didn't start his show till 34 minutes, that bastard. Oh god, it was just... Well, don't watch then. You know what I'm saying? I just do a show. Whatever I feel like doing, I'm doing. Okay? It's just so mind-boggling, the things that people type in. You know? Nobody cares. And let me say this. Don't you guys think this is funny? I mean, I've said this before to all the freaks, so I'll say it to anybody new watching. Don't you think it's hilarious when somebody goes, all right, you guys, I'm back. You know? Hey, I'm back, everybody. I always want to say, and I do say, wow, we've all been waiting. As a matter of fact, the show stopped. We were just waiting for you to come back with all your pearls of wisdom. It was so, like the show couldn't even go on. So thank you for letting us all know that you're back, you know? And actually, I don't really care when people say that. It's just funny to me. Or, okay, you guys, I'm going to take off. Okay, did you want us to continue, or... Yeah. Well, thanks, Linda. Yeah, they're awesome dogs. Yeah. Or, you know, the people that do the Facebook goodbye posts. I don't like everybody in here. I came in here to discuss the case, and you guys, and I'm leaving. How come you just didn't leave? You know what I mean? How come there was a whole post about it? It's weird. It's really weird. You gotta admit. Okay, here we go.
On March 12th, 2022.
So this is pretty interesting, you guys. So make sure to pay attention here. So this is about Naomi Irion. It was a case out of Idaho, if I remember right. Yeah, Idaho. And it was she was just going to work in the morning, and some psycho came in and was waiting around and abducted her out of her car and killed her. But we were the ones to figure out that the timing of various shots had nothing to do with what, you know, the way they described it in the media, you would think it was sort of one after the other, but I used Google Earth again, got the right time of day, the time zone, the geo coordinates, and the shadows said that car driving by the second time was in the afternoon. And it wasn't anywhere near the 5:30 in the morning when she was abducted or whatever. I think it was around, you know, really early. I don't remember exactly what time it was. It was really early in the morning at a shopping mall. All right. So, anyways, you guys know on this channel every single night we do these shows, and you guys help support the channel. And then we're getting right near the end of the month, so if you'd like to help support it, tomorrow we have our final night of the month, and then it all starts over again the next day. But if you're out there and you can afford to help the channel, that'd be great. I don't want anybody sending in anything if they can't afford it. Also, if you're somebody that wants to send money directly to charities, go ahead and do that. Well, on my channel, what you're doing is you're helping support me to allow me to keep doing the shows, and I also donate a ton of it, and it's sort of like the bulk effect where, throughout the entire month, people are donating to the channel and ad revenue or channel memberships, and then I donate over 50% of the net revenue. That means after I pay the taxes only, what's left, I donate that, and it turns out we've been able to donate $41,000 or $42,000 this year so far. So hopefully we can get around, close to 60 again, like last year. But last year I had those crazy cases. A lot of ad revenue came in. So here we go.
Naomi Irion was kidnapped from the Fernley Walmart located at 1550
Let me boost up the
Newlands
audio.
Drive, Fernley, Nevada. Investigators learned that Naomi was kidnapped and driven against...
I'm gonna start over so you can hear it. Here we go.
On March 12, 2022, Naomi Irion was kidnapped from the Fernley Walmart located at 1550 East Newlands Drive, Fernley, Nevada. Investigators learned that Naomi was kidnapped and driven against her will to a remote mine site where she was sexually assaulted and murdered. Investigators identified Fallon, Nevada resident Troy Driver as the suspect. Driver was ultimately arrested and charged for the crimes against Naomi. After 3 separate attempts over a 17-month period, on August 6, 2023, rather than facing criminal charges with overwhelming evidence, Driver committed suicide while in custody at the Lyon County Jail. The following presentation is a synopsis of the investigation and evidence that has been prepared by the Lyon County Sheriff's Office Investigations Division. The following presentation has been made in an effort for transparency, as well as giving Naomi's family and friends closure. 18-year-old Naomi Irion was a resident of Fernley, Nevada. On March 14, 2022, Naomi was reported missing by family members. Naomi was reported to have been last seen the morning of March 12, 2022, when she had left home for work. On March 15, 2022, the investigation was assigned to the Lyon County Sheriff's Office Investigations Division. Detectives learned that Naomi worked at the Panasonic Energy of North America plant, located in the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center. Detectives learned that typically Naomi would drive her 1992 Mercury Sable to the Fernley Walmart. Naomi would park her vehicle in the Walmart parking lot, then ride a shuttle bus to work. The initial step in the investigation was to review the surveillance footage from Walmart. The surveillance footage showed that on March 12, 2022, at approximately 0509 hours, Naomi drove into the Fernley Walmart parking lot in her Mercury Sable. Naomi parked her vehicle in the parking lot on the east side of the building. Naomi was seated in the driver's seat of her vehicle while waiting for the shuttle bus.
Dude, look how crazy. Oh wait, hold on a second. Let me get rid of
As Naomi was seated in her vehicle, a male subject was observed actively stalking Naomi's vehicle. The male subject eventually approached Naomi was seated in the driver's seat of her vehicle.
Isn't this crazy now that we get to see the whole thing? Look at that. That's her pulling up over there. And here's this just absolute serial killer like psycho.
As Naomi was seated in her vehicle, a male subject was observed actively stalking Naomi's vehicle. The male subject eventually approached the driver's side of Naomi's vehicle. The suspect opened the driver's side door of Naomi's vehicle and got into the car. Seconds later, Naomi's vehicle was driven by the unknown suspect out of the Walmart parking lot. Naomi was not seen again, and her vehicle was not located until several days later.
Thanks, Linda. See, look how he's gonna walk around. Look at this crazy crap. You can actually see it now. He walks all the way around. And she must be, I wonder if she notices him at this point. See that? We got trolls on tonight too. God, amazing. You know what? Let me watch that part again. So look at it, he goes around to the driver's side. Yeah, that's wow. I might just upload this by itself and then zoom in on things, you know, like try to. So it's still playing right now. I mean, it's pretty amazing that they're showing all of this. So somehow he makes her, probably has her slide over then. And now look, now the car is turning on and... What do you mean, where is he, Cindy? You just watched the screen, you could see it. I mean, he walked right to the car and got in it. And now that the car is driving away, he's probably driving the vehicle. Or maybe he got in the back passenger seat and had her drive. I don't know how that worked. They seem to think he went over to the passenger side. But now he's driving. I mean, isn't it amazing? She must be like terrified at this point.
After reviewing the initial surveillance footage, detectives believe Naomi had been kidnapped against her will. Detectives further analyzed the video surveillance from Walmart and determined through triangulation and recreation that the suspect was between 6 foot and 6'3" in height. The Lyon County Sheriff's Office immediately began searching the area for Naomi's vehicle. Detectives also began conducting emergency location pings of Naomi's cell phone. Detectives learned that Naomi's cell phone had been turned off on the morning of March 12th, and there was no location data available for Naomi's phone. On March 15th, Naomi's vehicle was located in Fernley. The car was located in a dirt lot on the east side of Delphi Road between the Lowe's Home Improvement Store and the Sherwin-Williams factory.
You guys remember
The
all
car
this
was
part,
seized as
right?
evidence and later processed by forensic technicians with
exactly
the
how
Washoe
we have
County
it.
Sheriff's Office Forensic Science Division.
Yeah, let's see if we... Let me open up my... There it is. No, it was Nevada, not Idaho. Sorry, my brain didn't work right there again. Jeez. Let's see. So, I think we had... Yeah, see, look, this is exactly... We have the car in the right spot. And then a truck was seen on surveillance camera right here, driving by. But it was in the afternoon. But nobody really put that together. And so when I was on Court TV, I actually was given the time to explain it. I think people thought that was interesting.
Detectives began to collect video surveillance from nearby businesses.
Yeah,
Detectives located video footage of Naomi's car being driven southbound on Delphi Road, then parked in a dirt lot on the east side of Delphi Road. Naomi's car was parked in the dirt lot on March 12th at approximately 15:31 hours. An unknown suspect was observed walking away from
What do you mean it's this AI? Where do people come up with stuff?
Naomi's car after it was parked in the dirt lot. The unknown suspect walked southbound on Delphi Road. A short time later, on March 12th at 16:12 hours, a grayish-blue Chevrolet truck was seen driving on Delphi Road and parking nearby Naomi's car. The driver of the truck exited the truck and walked to the car. The driver of the truck moved Naomi's car to a different dirt lot, then exited the car and left in the truck.
Yeah, they just had this totally nailed. He's a guy reading a narrative. And there's just no audio in between. It's almost eerily quiet. Hello, 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 hello. What's going on? No, no. I think you can actually see him walking over there. Weirdly. Let me see. Yeah, look at that.
Businesses.
Let me just rewind it again.
Detectives located video footage of Naomi's car being driven southbound on Duffy Road, then parked in a dirt lot on the east side of Duffy Road. Naomi's car was parked in the dirt lot on March 12th at approximately 15:31 hours. An unknown suspect was observed walking away from Naomi's car.
That's amazing, you guys. I think we had it at like 3:30. If you go back and watch, I said that when his truck drove by, it was like 3:30. I think it was something like that, based on the shadows on the car.
After it was parked in the dirt lot,
Thanks,
the unknown
KB.
suspect walked southbound on Duffy Road.
And then I think he gets back in his pickup and then drives by the camera again.
A short time later, on March 12th at 16:12 hours, a grayish-blue Chevrolet truck was seen driving on Duffy Road and parking nearby Naomi's car. The driver of the truck exited the truck and walked to the car. The driver of the truck moved Naomi's car to a different dirt lot, then exited the car and left in the truck.
So look at his truck parks. It kind of skids in there almost. All that dust. And then he gets out. So he's already killed her at this point and dumped her body. Well, the other part was early, but see, this guy's moving around in daylight after he's already abducted and killed her. And it's weird. There's just this random guy, and nobody thought, oh, that guy just killed somebody. Yeah, well, there was going to be a trial, but the Troy driver, I think his name, he killed himself. So they had sort of this, presented the case anyways, so that he couldn't get away with not being the one like he can't be tried or anything like that. But everybody knows now that he's the killer. There's no doubt about it. It was way out in the desert. It'll show everything in here. This thing goes over the entire thing. And it's pretty crazy. So this is actually still video playing here. So it looks like maybe that's her car. So he parks, goes to her car, and then drives her car back to where his truck is. And that I don't know if that's it, but I bet you anything. Yeah, maybe that is. Then parks it where it was eventually found. And then he gets out of that car and goes over to his car and drives away permanently, I would think. He was even so lazy that he drove it back pretty close to his car. And I wonder if he wiped stuff down when he was in there. And he gets over to his truck again. It's at the top of the screen there. And then I think the video that we got to see was him driving away, and I think that's the time that we came up with. I don't remember the exact time, but I know it was in the afternoon. But it's going to be close. I know, it was crazy. Very close to what actually happened, just based on the timing of things. So what it means is that he abducted her out of the parking lot, put her in his, I believe in his truck, then murdered her and then came back. It's hard to remember what we said, but it all made sense logically based on what we had. Yeah, so this is the shot right here. What a clear surveillance that is, right? But right there was the one.
Based on the fact that the driver of the truck had physically moved Naomi's car in the dirt lot, detectives believed the driver of the truck was involved in Naomi's disappearance. Detectives took screenshots of the surveillance footage of
What if I could find that really quick? Let me just check really quick. Because I have a 3D Studio Max file. Wow, that got really loud. Quick. I guess this side's a little too close to the kitchen. Is it in here? No. Oh, it's in this one. Let's see. Irion. I'm going to open up the 3D Studio Max just to see what we had. Come on. I don't think I've opened any of these up yet, so it might take a minute on this computer. See if it finds it. What do you mean, why did he move her car? I don't get it.
You nailed this case with the little surveillance you had at the time. _ basic boom.
I can actually... Oh, I didn't shut that door. There we go. Oh well. Now let me go shut that one. While it's looking through here. There we go. Back to the dead silence. I have a ton of folders here. Let's see. Oh, this might be it. Oh, look at this. There it is. The truck 3D Studio Max right here. I'm going to open it up. This will be cool. Let's see how close it was. All right. See, what I do is we don't get a lot of stuff from law enforcement. So when stuff is released, I can give you more information about it. Even though law enforcement has a timestamp on their video. So it's not like, you know, it'd be cool to do it if they had an unknown image and wanted to know something about it. So right now it's loading up over here on a different screen. I wonder if it's missing the map now. Is that right? Let me take a look. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to see. I think we're missing the, so it's like that. Yeah, I don't know. This might be right when I first got it or something. Because the map I had an actual image on it. Let me see if it, I can't tell what screen you guys are on. Is it that one? Okay. Kenworth. Yeah, and so there was an image here. It just isn't going to be... Might take me a minute. Sorry. Is there a Kenworth image in here? Yeah, because I moved... Once you move it, it kind of loses its... I mean, you can see it right there, how... there's an image on the ground in that little thumbnail there, but that image is gone now from the map, the program. Let me try opening up this one. See what happens. There's a second file there, and I just want to see what the time says. And let's see what the time on this one said. Come on, come on, come on, it's so slow. There. And the time I have there, this one says, it's just a generic time of 1 o'clock. So let me get to this one. This one might be more accurate. That one doesn't look like I worked on it. Come on. Jesus. There. I have, right, this one has 3 o'clock here. So, you know, maybe it's 4 or something, but at least we knew it was in the afternoon. And I don't know if that's the final one that I did or not, but this one was early on, obviously. But that's the image that we were using. You could see the shadow actually kind of slightly starts tilting to the right, but you have to look straight down on it to get the exact angle of that.
Truck in an attempt to identify the truck and unknown driver. Those screenshots were released to the public. Those screenshots were also taken to multiple Chevrolet dealerships in the area. The photographs were analyzed by each Chevrolet dealership independently. There were several details in the still shots of the truck. The truck had 4 doors with chrome door handles and partially chrome wrapped rear view mirrors. The truck had roof mounted fog lights. The truck had chrome running boards and chrome rims. The truck had a gold colored Chevrolet emblem on the front bumper.
Thank you, Classical
The truck
Guitars.
had a rear center sliding window. The truck had color matched front and rear bumpers.
That's a shot we didn't have.
The truck was identified by multiple Chevrolet dealerships as a 2020 to 2022 Chevrolet High Country 2500 or 3500 model, which was either a metallic blue or metallic gray in color. After identifying the make and model of the suspect truck, detectives obtained a list from the Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles of 2020 to 2022 Chevrolet High Country 2500 or 3500 models in the western Nevada area. The list contained several hundred vehicles. Analysis from the Nevada Threat Analysis Center assisted detectives in reviewing and eliminating vehicles off of the list based on color. Detectives then began to physically attempt to locate each vehicle on the list with a similar color to eliminate vehicles from the list and identify the suspect vehicle. Vehicles were eliminated from the list for reasons such as modifications, different chrome packages, different rims, etc. As detectives were eliminating trucks from the DMV list, other investigators were reviewing hours of surveillance footage from every business located in the area of Newlands Drive and Fernley. While eliminating vehicles from the suspect list, detectives learned of one particular truck registered to an address in Silver Springs, Nevada. The property at which the truck was registered to was not consistent with other homes of people owning a $60,000 to $80,000 truck. The property had numerous broke down, damaged, and haphazardly parked vehicles, which was not consistent.
Yeah, remember this whole part here when people located the little town, the area that the truck was in? Especially after he was arrested, actually.
With what detectives had observed of other owners of the same model truck. Detectives conducted further research into the registered owner of the truck. The registered owner of the truck was an individual named Troy Edward Driver. A driver's license check showed that driver was a white male adult who weighed 215 pounds and was 6 feet 2 inches tall. A local law enforcement records check showed that driver was listed as the suspect in a sexual assault case in Elko, Nevada in 2021. A criminal history check showed that driver had an extensive criminal history, which started with animal cruelty as a teenager. At the age of 17, driver was involved with a robbery and homicide in California. Driver was tried as an adult and was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Driver was released from prison in 2012 and was under the supervision of parole and probation. Driver's parole and probation was transferred to Nevada in 2012, and driver moved to Nevada. Driver then completed parole and probation in 2015 and has had limited contact with law enforcement since then. Based on driver's physical description, as well as his criminal history, detectives made it a priority to locate driver's truck to compare it to the suspect vehicle. Detectives learned that driver was now living in Fallon, Nevada. Detectives also learned that driver was a supervisor for Leadcore, which is a mining exploration company in Nevada. Churchill County Sheriff's Office detectives assisted the Lyon County Sheriff's Office in locating driver's truck in Fallon, Nevada. Driver's truck was located and photographed at his residence. Driver's truck was the first truck on the DMV list to match the suspect vehicle point for point. This included the truck having 4 doors with chrome door handles, partially chrome-wrapped rearview mirrors, chrome running boards, and chrome rims. A gold-colored Chevrolet emblem on the front bumper, a rear sliding window, color-matched front and rear bumpers, and roof-mounted running lights. Driver's truck was listed by the manufacturer as being a 2020 Chevrolet High Country 3500 that was metallic gray in color. At this point, driver matched the physical description of the kidnapping suspect, owned an identical vehicle to the suspect vehicle, and had a violent criminal history. Detectives learned that driver possessed 2 cell phones, which included a work phone and a personal phone. Detectives immediately sought for a search warrant of driver's cell phone records to determine his location on March 12, 2022. The cell phone records showed that both of driver's cell phones had been located at his residence in Fallon on March 12, 2022. However, the phone records showed that there was 0 activity on either phone on March 12th, meaning there was not a single phone call or text message made on either phone. The lack of activity on driver's cell phones were inconsistent with his normal cell phone usage. Driver had used his cell phones daily throughout March.
Right, and so that's where Brian Koberger messed up. one of the messes. One of the mess up moments, you know. He's driving around, but his phone's off. Really? Come on.
Except for on March 12th. The lack of cell phone activity on March 12th added to the probable cause that driver was the kidnapping suspect. As previously stated.
You know what? I would say this. The only people who drive around and intentionally turn their phone off are people that are doing something they're not supposed to be doing. Can you think of another reason why just a regular person, you know, they're doing something, there's something not right at that moment. You know, whether you're hiding yourself from somebody else or you're normal people don't do that. Right? Like I'm going somewhere and then I put my phone in airplane mode for no reason whatsoever. I mean, nobody just does that. Okay? I mean, maybe 1 out of 1,000, 50,000 people do something like that. But they're, you know, some paranoid, you know, big brother type person maybe.
Investigators were reviewing hours of surveillance footage taken from every business in the area of Newlands Drive in an attempt to piece together what happened to Naomi. Detectives eventually located surveillance footage of the suspect truck arriving in the area of the Walmart on the morning of March 12th.
Right, that's still nefarious.
0422
That's what I'm saying, Daryl. No matter what you're doing, it's your...
The truck was parked in a dirt lot on the south side of the Walmart parking lot. The dirt lot is located between the Wells Fargo Bank and the Greater Nevada Credit Union Bank. The dirt lot is commonly used by semi-trucks and RVs.
I might put the brick wall back behind me again. I like that. What do you mean circumstantial? What are you
On March
talking
12th, at 0509 hours, Naomi's car is seen entering the Walmart parking lot from Newlands Drive. At this point, the Chevrolet High Country truck is already parked in the dirt lot south of Walmart. After Naomi's car is parked, the kidnapping suspect can be seen walking across the Walmart parking lot from the dirt lot where the Chevy truck had been parked. As previously stated, the suspect stalked the vehicle for several minutes. Eventually, the suspect entered Naomi's car and drives away with Naomi.
Now there he is walking over there.
Surveillance footage was reviewed of the dirt lot where Naomi's car had been abandoned on the afternoon of March 12th. The suspect exited the car and walked southbound away from the car. Detectives were able to piece together the movements of the suspect by combining different video surveillance footage in the area.
This is almost exactly
The surveillance
what we
footage
had.
showed the suspect walk from Naomi's abandoned car to the Chevy truck parked in the dirt lot south of Walmart.
I thought he parked
As
in
the suspect walked from Naomi's car, the suspect...
See, that's what's interesting, is I thought he parked in the, I think it was Home Depot parking lot. But he parked somewhere else. Yeah. Thanks, Mag. Gonna have to throw myself in prison here in a minute. Been a slow one.
made a westbound turn crossing Stanley Drive near the Greater Nevada Credit Union. Inadvertently, the suspect walked past a surveillance camera near the Greater Nevada Credit Union that gives a clear view of the suspect's face.
Yeah, look
The
at that.
suspect
Look
was
at him.
immediately
Right
recognizable
here.
as Troy Driver.
That's so much clearer than the version I saw online. It's always better to have the original, a copy of it.
Driver continues walking to his truck in the dirt lot south of Walmart. Surveillance footage confirmed Driver's truck had not moved since being parked in the dirt lot at 04:22 hours that morning. Driver was observed getting back into his truck and driving away from the area. The timeline of the surveillance footage
Thank you,
shows that
Mag.
it was at this point, for whatever reason, Driver returned to Naomi's car in his truck. Driver exited his truck, repositioned Naomi's car in the dirt lot, and left the area.
Yeah. So I think what we came up with was that he abducted her. Yeah, he didn't transfer her. I think it was that he abducted her in her car, killed her, then he drove back in her car, parked it, and then did something, with his car, his truck, and then came back again. And, I got kind of, I didn't know about the going to the ATMs and shit like that. I'd have to go back and watch. It's been over a year now. But this is one of our best cases on here that the stuff that we do. Like the mapping, the timing, the logic, the stuff like that. It all kind of made sense. Obviously, they have a hell of a lot more information. Thanks, Eugenie.
At this point in the investigation, there had been no activity on Naomi's cell phone, social media accounts, or financial accounts. Detectives feared the worst for Naomi. After positively identifying Driver walking away from Naomi's abandoned car, detectives believe probable cause existed that Driver was responsible for the kidnapping of Naomi. On March 25th, 2022, detectives arrested Driver for the kidnapping of Naomi. Driver was booked into the Lyon County Jail. Driver refused to speak with detectives. Simultaneous to Driver's arrest, a search warrant was
Hey, Mag, thanks for the PayPal there. Very kind.
executed on Driver's residence in Fallon, Nevada.
You are awesome.
Driver's truck was seized as evidence and taken to the Washoe County Sheriff's Office laboratory for processing.
Thanks for the note.
Detectives immediately observed Driver's truck had brand new tires. Further investigation showed that Driver had replaced his tires on March 19th, 2022, which was after the Lyon County Sheriff's Office released pictures of Driver's truck to the media in an attempt to identify.
Isn't it amazing, everybody? Like, you can learn a lot from these cases. This is what people do. This is what killers do. He changed his tires. He turned off his phone. He did all the things that we see all the time. So when you look at a case like, Brian Kohberger, turning off his phone, changing his license plate shortly after, etc., etc. I mean, it seems like every one of these cases has some overlap, because people know, they watch the shows on TV, and they all know what they're supposed to be doing. This guy saw that his car was on there. Ooh, I better change the tread so it doesn't match the tread that they see on surveillance.
Identify the truck. Driver had replaced the tires at a Les Schwab in Winnemucca, Nevada, even though a Les Schwab in Fallon, Nevada had the same tires in stock.
Yeah, that's like Jody Arias.
Detectives believe the local media surrounding the investigation had led driver to travel away from the area to replace the tires in fear of drawing attention to himself. Driver's original tires were still located at the Les Schwab in Winnemucca, Nevada, and were collected as evidence. After driver was arrested, law enforcement began to receive tips about driver.
Thank you,
The Pershing
Bobby.
County Sheriff's Office received a tip that in February of 2022, a semi-truck hauling an excavator had been trying to deliver the excavator to Troy Driver at the Relief Canyon mine outside of Lovelock, Nevada, for a lead core operation. The employee who had spoken to the excavator delivery driver personally knew Troy Driver and knew that Driver was not working at the Relief Canyon mine. The mine employee called Driver, who asked that the excavator be delivered to the Buena Vista Iron Mine, which was approximately 15 miles further south of the Relief Canyon mine. The Buena Vista Iron Mine is an abandoned mine located in a remote area southeast of Lovelock, Nevada. The mine site is located in the northern part of Churchill County. Detectives learned that in February 2022, lead core had been hired to dig samples at the mine site, which is why Troy Driver had been there waiting for the delivery of an excavator. After receiving the tip regarding the Buena Vista Iron Mine, a Pershing County Sheriff's Office sergeant drove to the mine site. The sergeant observed freshly turned over dirt on the north side of the mine that did not seem consistent with mining. On March 28, 2022, the Pershing County sergeant passed this information to detectives from the Churchill County and Lyon County Sheriff's Office. On March 29th, Churchill County Sheriff's Office detectives and Lyon County Sheriff's Office detectives responded to the mine site. Detectives observed what appeared to be freshly dug dirt mounded in the shape of a grave.
Isn't that crazy? Look, these are the pins that we had at the time, and it's pretty close. It's not exactly right there, but so apparently he was burying her. Wow, that's nuts! Look at that. Let's go back a little bit and see the images they had.
At the Relief Canyon mine, the mine employee called Driver, who asked that the excavator be delivered to the Buena Vista Iron Mine, which was approximately 15 miles further south of the Relief Canyon mine. The Buena Vista Iron Mine is an abandoned mine located in a remote area southeast of Lovelock, Nevada. The mine site is located in the northern part of Churchill County. Detectives learned that in February 2022, lead core had been hired to dig samples at the mine site, which is why Troy Driver had been there waiting for the delivery of an excavator. After receiving the tip regarding...
So here's the thing about Troy Driver. He timed his abduction with having an excavator. Isn't that amazing? He purposely planned it like that.
The Buena Vista Iron Mine, a Pershing County Sheriff's Office sergeant drove to the mine site. The sergeant observed freshly turned over dirt on the north side of the mine that...
Let's see if we can find that spot. The north side of the mine. So where would that little gather? If I just had a little different angle of that, it would be perfect. That rock, there's a big rock right there, you can see it. But the way this is laid out, it's hard to... We said the north side of the mine. What does that mean exactly? Does the mine go clear up to there, or is it just right here? And when was that? So this is that. Wow, that's from July of this year. Look at that crazy. That's from May of 2020. That's 2014.
Did not seem consistent with mining. On March 28, 2022, the Pershing County sergeant passed this information to detectives from the Churchill County and Lyon County Sheriff's Office. On March 29th, Churchill County Sheriff's Office detectives and Lyon County Sheriff's Office detectives responded to the mine site. Detectives observed what appeared to be freshly dug dirt mounded in the shape of a grave. The dirt had rocks scattered about the top in an attempt to make the spot appear natural. Detectives began to dig the site and discovered that it was a grave site. Forensic technicians from the Washoe County Sheriff's Office Forensic Science Division responded and assisted in processing the site. Detectives and forensic technicians exhumed the grave. Naomi was located deceased in the grave, approximately 4 to 5 feet deep. Naomi was naked, and detectives located 2 gunshot wounds on Naomi.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
The evidence showed that Naomi had been shot once in the head and once in the chest. The evidence showed that Naomi had been shot in the head outside of the grave. Then Naomi was dragged into the grave.
look
The
how
Pershing County
crazy
Sheriff's Office
this
located
is.
in the northern part of
Let's
Churchill
listen
County.
to that again.
Detectives learned that in February
Thanks, Andrew.
2022, LeadCorp had been hired to dig samples at the mine site, which is why Troy Driver had been there waiting for the delivery of an excavator. After receiving the tip regarding the Buena Vista iron mine, a Pershing County Sheriff's Office sergeant drove to the mine site. The sergeant observed freshly turned over dirt on the north side of the mine that did not seem consistent with mining. On March 28, 2022, the Pershing County sergeant passed this information to detectives from the Churchill County and Lyon County Sheriff's Office. On March 29th, Churchill County Sheriff's Office detectives and Lyon County Sheriff's Office detectives responded to the mine site. Detectives observed what appeared to be freshly dug dirt mounded in the shape of a grave. The dirt had rocks scattered about the top in an attempt to make the spot appear natural. Detectives began to dig the site and discovered that it was a grave site. Forensic technicians from the Washoe County Sheriff's Office Forensic Science Division responded and assisted in processing the site. Detectives and forensic
Let me just look at that real quick. I mean, what I'm looking at is like the hills in the background there. I don't know. I can't see because of that tint, but you know, that sort of looks like it could be this, right here. But and then if that's the case, then it might be, you know, that makes sense, I guess, because that would be the north side of the north side over here.
technicians exhumed the grave. Naomi was located deceased in the grave, approximately 4 to 5 feet deep. Naomi was naked, and detectives located 2 gunshot wounds on Naomi.
So he went out there and he sexually assaulted her, and then shot her right at the grave. What a absolute monster! This guy's a serial killer. It almost seems like it might be right here, based on those rocks. I'm just checking something here. I think I'm pretty close. There's a few spots like that, though.
The evidence showed that Naomi had been shot once in the head and once in the chest. The evidence showed that Naomi had been shot in the head outside of the grave. Then Naomi was dragged into the grave and shot again in the chest. Naomi's remains were taken to the Washoe County Medical Examiner's office for an autopsy. A sexual assault exam was also conducted on Naomi, and DNA swabs were taken as part of the exam. Detectives and forensic technicians located excavator tracks at the gravesite. Tool
geez.
marks left by the excavator shovel
See, that's just like the McStay case.
were located at every depth of the grave, indicating the grave had been dug by an excavator. It should be noted
Wow.
that tire impressions from Naomi's car were located at the mine site. Tire impressions of driver's truck tires recovered from the Winnemucca Les Schwab were also located at the mine site.
That's probably the best investigation that's ever been done. Like, that guy was so toast. He probably saw the discovery and went, "Oh, forget it." Look how incredible it is. So you have the excavator marks in the grave at every depth. Then you have his tires tracks at the site that match the ones that he disposed of at Les Schwab, and they were able to retrieve those. And then also her tire tracks from her vehicle were out here.
During the investigation, detectives learned that Driver was in a serious dating relationship in which he lived with his girlfriend. Driver's girlfriend was absolutely unaware of Driver's activities. Driver's girlfriend cooperated with detectives and provided crucial information about the case. Driver's girlfriend informed us that Driver had gone solo camping on the weekend of March 12th. Driver had left their house on the evening of March 11th and had returned on the night of March 12th. Driver had told his girlfriend 3 different locations at which he had visited while camping, one of which was the Relief Canyon area outside of Lovelock. Driver's girlfriend confirmed that Driver had left his cell phone at home while camping, which is common for Driver. Driver's girlfriend also provided valuable insight into Driver's mindset, habits, etc. Detectives learned that Driver was infatuated with serial killers and constantly reading books or listening to podcasts about serial killers.
There you go.
Driver had also recently been questioning his girlfriend's daughter about the shuttle bus to Panasonic and Tesla. Driver had been asking subtle questions about the locations of the stops, how many people ride the bus, etc. Driver's girlfriend confirmed that Driver had been operating an excavator at the Buena Vista iron mine on February 14, 2022, and even provided a picture of the excavator at the Buena Vista mine from a text message that Driver had sent her. Detectives also confirmed with LeadCorp that Driver had been working at the Buena Vista iron mine on February 14, 2022. Driver had been the operator of the excavator and had been digging sample holes on the southern boundary of the mine. Evidence showed that when the other employees working at the mine site that day had left, Driver used the excavator to dig a grave on the north side of the mine site.
Knowing.
The grave had been dug a long distance from the sample holes, which shows that the grave site was dug with absolute premeditation, almost.
So let's see. Guess we can look at it. Sample holes. Oh, the grave site. Okay, let's go look at it. How close? Oh, we were right there. Yeah. So I was looking. Where was that spot I was looking at a second ago? Like it was somewhere down here, but that's apparently where the grave was, right here. Alright, so right there. Actually a little bit more over here. And then let me look at the more, yeah, so that's the more recent one. Is that like a mountain there? I wonder if that wasn't there before. I don't know. That's May of 2020.
It's a month before the crime. After discovering Naomi's remains in a location that Driver had access to, and after reviewing the totality of the investigation, on April 1st, 2022, Driver was charged with NRS 200.010 open murder, NRS 200.380 robbery, NRS 205.
Hey, if you could hit that like button for me, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
5.060 vehicle burglary, and NRS 199.220 destruction of evidence. As previously stated, DNA samples were taken from Naomi as part of the autopsy and sexual assault exam. The DNA swabs were processed and compared to Driver's DNA at the Washoe County Sheriff's Office Forensic Laboratory. In June of 2022, the DNA results were provided to the Lyon County Sheriff's Office. The DNA swabs confirmed that Driver's DNA was located on and inside of Naomi. Driver's DNA was located on Naomi's hands with a certainty of 1 in 78.55 septillion. Driver's DNA was also located on rectal swabs taken from Naomi with a certainty of 1 in 373.6 sextillion. The DNA swabs confirmed that Driver had sexually assaulted Naomi. After receiving the lab results on July 20th, 2022, Driver was additionally charged with NRS 200.366 sexual assault. The investigation into the kidnapping, sexual assault, and murder of Naomi showed that on March 11th and March 12th, 2022, Troy Driver randomly hunted a victim to rape and kill. Detectives believe driver left home
Yeah,
on the
his
evening of
grave
March
dug
11th
already.
and drove his truck to the Buena Vista iron mine to ensure the mine was still abandoned and make final preparations. Driver had the location of the kill site already planned with a pre-dug
Yep.
grave site.
See? Just like Chase
The mine
Merritt.
site was gated and locked, but driver had access to the combination lock from recent work at the mine. Then, during the early morning hours of March 12th, driver drove to the Fernley Walmart, which was his chosen kidnapping location. Driver picked a kidnap location that was dark and secluded that had a high possibility of locating a single young woman alone in a vehicle. Driver arrived in his truck at the Fernley Walmart and waited for a victim. Driver observed Naomi arrive at the Walmart. Driver observed that Naomi was a young female alone in her car. Driver approached the car and likely brandished a firearm to quickly gain control of Naomi. Shortly after taking Naomi from the Walmart parking lot, driver broke and disabled Naomi's cell phone. Driver then drove Naomi in her car to the kill site at the Buena Vista iron mine, which is approximately 90 minutes away. Evidence discovered during the investigation showed that driver had raped and killed Naomi, his chosen kidnapping location. Driver picked a kidnap location that was dark and secluded that had a high possibility of locating a single young woman alone in a vehicle. Driver arrived in his truck at the Fernley Walmart and waited for a victim. Driver observed Naomi arrive at the Walmart. Driver observed that Naomi was a young female alone in her car. Driver approached the car and likely brandished a firearm to quickly gain control of Naomi. Shortly after taking Naomi from the Walmart parking lot, driver broke and disabled Naomi's cell phone. Driver then drove Naomi in her car to the kill site at the Buena Vista iron mine, which is approximately 90 minutes away.
I think that's exactly what we came up with.
Evidence discovered during the investigation showed that driver had raped and killed Naomi, then buried her in the pre-dug grave. Driver then burned all of Naomi's clothing, some of his own clothing, and other evidence. Driver returned to Fernley in Naomi's car. Driver parked Naomi's car, walked back to his truck, and left the area. The investigation did not reveal a connection between Naomi and driver. The kidnapping and murder were extensively and carefully planned. Since driver's incarceration, the investigation has remained ongoing. In August 2022, driver successfully snuck out a suicide and confession letter in a deck of playing cards. The note was hand-delivered to driver's ex-girlfriend by an inmate who had been released from custody. Driver's ex-girlfriend immediately turned the note over to law enforcement. In the note, driver stated things like, "There has always been a terrible darkness inside of me," and "The guilt is crushing. I didn't know anything about her until too late." The note also stated that driver intended on killing himself rather than exposing his loved ones to what he had done. After the note was received by law enforcement, driver was placed on suicide watch in the jail. As a standard procedure, driver received a mental health evaluation by a mental health specialist. Driver was released from suicide watch after the evaluation and was returned to his normal cell. In August 2022, driver attempted his first suicide attempt. Driver's attempt was observed by detention staff, and medical aid was quickly given to driver. Once again, driver was placed on suicide watch for a lengthy period of time. Eventually, driver was again assessed by a mental health specialist. Driver was again released from suicide watch and returned to his normal housing area. In March 2023, driver attempted suicide a second time, which was also caught quickly by detention deputies. Again, driver received medical attention and was placed on suicide watch. After driver's second attempt, driver was placed on suicide watch for 6
I don't know about you, but I'm offended. They should be saying he unalived himself. God.
significant amount of time. Again, driver was assessed by a mental health specialist and released from suicide watch. Driver was moved back to his normal housing area. On August 6, 2023, driver attempted and successfully committed suicide in the Lyon County Jail. As with the careful planning of the murder of Naomi, driver also carefully planned his suicide. Driver kept meticulous notes on day-to-day activities within the jail.
Wow.
Driver demonstrated his careful planning by committing suicide in a narrow window of time that he was not observed. Conclusion. Naomi was a beautiful person with her entire life ahead of her. Naomi's life was taken from her by an evil person. Speaking on behalf of the Lyon County and Churchill County Sheriff's Office Investigations Divisions and every other
Remember we had the brother on the show a couple times. Remember that?
detective, officer, district attorney, and citizen that aided in this investigation, Naomi will live on in our hearts forever. It was an honor to try and serve justice for Naomi. Our heartfelt condolences go to Naomi's family, whose lives were changed forever by a selfish and evil person. The Lyon County Sheriff's Office would also like to give a special thanks to the Nevada Threat Analysis Center, who didn't take a day off until driver was arrested. The Lyon County Sheriff's Office would also like to thank the professionals at Champion Chevrolet and Wild West Chevrolet for their assistance. A special thanks also goes to every law enforcement agency involved in this investigation, to include the Churchill County Sheriff's Office, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, the Washoe County Sheriff's Office Forensic Science Division, the Pershing County Sheriff's Office, the United States Marshal Service, and the Pyramid Lake Tribal Police.
Man, I thought that was amazing. That presentation there. Without a doubt, he did it. He just can't be tried for it. So, I mean, the way that they go through that and just lay it out there, it's awesome. Took a while to get it. I asked them for it I don't know, probably 2 months ago, and then a couple weeks ago I got it. And then I was so busy going on the trip, going to Idaho and then Indiana, that I sort of forgot about it, and then my mind went, oh yeah, shit, so I went digging around and found it again. So, there you go. Hey, look, here's a better picture of the office, just so you can see it. That's pretty cool, right? That's the desk right there, in a better light than the video showed. So when it stands up, I have this little thing I can stand on right there, and it's back in a corner there. So, it's not a huge office, but it's my own little office space now. It goes over here, and then there's a little nook back over in the corner. There's a bathroom out there. So, there you go. Awesome. Yep, so we're having one of those crazy slow nights in here, yeah. So if you'd like to help support the Gray Hughes Investigates channel, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. Wasn't sure where are the dogs. They're somewhere else. I still have the camera on their bed, but they're not on the bed. Currently, they're somewhere else. But that is where that is. Yeah, it's really cool. So today was kind of a crazy... I had to get the Wi-Fi, whatever you call it, the router. And so when I got construction made, they put the cable and a plug on this high wall, so I can actually put the router for the Wi-Fi up there. And then today I plugged it in, and everything seemed cool. They actually put the Ethernet cables, those blue cables normally that you plug your computer internet connection to, where you got direct internet, not Wi-Fi. Literally, it's just connected right in. So I have two outlets for that. So now I can just plug the PC into it. And so that's working pretty good. So that worked. Once I knew that worked, then I started moving stuff over. Turns out, though, all the monitors that I have came with HDMI out, just regular HDMI for like a television set, right? But it's a display port. I have 3 of those on my computer and 1 HDMI in. So 3 display port and 1 HDMI in. So I had to go out and get 3 cords for each of the computers to go into the HDMI. They all came with into the display ports. I got 3 cords to go from each monitor to the display ports on the computer, and one of them uses HDMI. Actually, I think that's probably the one that doesn't. It sucks not to be able to use that. They should all be display ports, I think. So it all worked and started bringing crap over, and I like it. It's cool. Yeah, it's just it's sort of neat having your own little place, and now we can get rid of all the crap in the living room and have an actual living room to live in. Like go watch a movie or something. No thanks, Double L. Hey, thanks, CR. The Gray Cave, yeah. Freak Canyon. I don't know, what should we call this place? Yeah, let's come up with a name. What the hell should we call this place? I've already made a little nick in a wall, though. That kind of sucks. But it's not a big one. It's like half a dime size, little dent in the drywall. I guess I could just put something on there and paint it. Nobody would know. Well, you heard Chris a minute ago. Actually, when I got up and left for a minute, I said, "What was that sound?" And because I wanted to make sure that wasn't something that can happen, like as a regular sound, but it was actually like a big thing, like a door opened and something crashed on the ground, and so then it was like, okay, that doesn't normally happen. But I don't want it to, like, if she's in there putting a dish in the sink, that it goes bang, The thing is the blue, so if we switch over to this shot, a little wider, see, like behind me, this thing here is a sound, some crap that you put on the wall for sound. And I don't have it on the rest of the wall, but I'm kind of wondering even to put it there, I'm not really sure. I might even get rid of that and put the bricks back up, Don't know for sure, but I can't tell if this is the way I was looking before, but now it's different. I used to have a monitor right in the middle, two on the side. Now there's the middle right here is in between two monitors. So this one's looking to the left. Now I'm looking to the right, and then way over to the right's another one, and then way over to the left over here is a whole nother one. So at some point when we're getting something's really going on, let's say we have another one where there's helicopters, all kinds of crap, using flight radar, I can have one full monitor dedicated to that and then switch straight over to that one. And we can just be like boom, 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 all over the place looking at stuff. It might not make that sound that I just made, though. Yeah, so... And I am going to try to... I don't know. I do like going out and about now a little bit more. So if there's something within like 700 miles, I could easily go do it. I don't want to do the 2-day, that 700, 700, 700. That thing is that's brutal. But, if there's something in Montana, Wyoming, unfortunately, Idaho's right there. There's all kinds of crap that goes on over there for some reason. Maybe Northern California. There's plenty of stuff over here. Or hell, maybe one of these days I'll go, you know what? I'll just fly somewhere for 3 hours and get out of the car, get a rental car, and then have my crap ready to go. Because I have a pretty good setup right now. It's kind of fun, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on in Idaho currently, why there's so much crap. Yeah. CrimeCon next year. Gotta do it. Nope, still no Blue, still no Chloe. Yeah, so I don't know what you guys want to... Do you guys want to... the Morphew thing, I do have somebody sent me like a document that was 120 something pages long. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of sort of tired. Today was a long day for me. Got up at like 7 and I just kind of been, you're sort of just bummed anyways from Gen H, and then you get up and then you're just the whole day was trying to get this going in here. It's really difficult because there's so many moving parts, I've got this really cool device. So, have you guys ever seen this thing? This thing right here. It's a, and no, this isn't an ad, but maybe it should be. It's pretty sweet. It's just a Bluetooth, and it goes right into the audio on this board over here. And you connect it to your phone, and you could play a podcast on it. I mean, you literally could just play anything you wanted to. It's pretty sweet. You know, you just have it sync up. Got your phone, play a podcast, and then the audio comes right over the. Although, you know, you can't really do that, but you could do a phone call, I guess, something like that, or. And then I have another one that I use where, let's see, where is this? Yeah, I think it's this one right here. Does it come out of here? I don't know. Yeah, that is it. I think. Yeah. So I could take this thing. Yeah. So look at this one. Yeah, so this one right here is the same thing, but it goes right to a mini jack, right? But I think maybe tomorrow, or yeah, maybe tomorrow after the donation portion of the show, maybe we could start going over that document, unless there's some breaking news on something else. So anyways, here's the end of it, right? So let's see if this works. So I've got a radio here, little mini crappy, let's see.
Everton year after year? Well, the great selection and lifetime warranty sure don't hurt. But really, it's our...
So now it's plugged in. And then what happens if I turn this up?
Customers drive through
Look at
life.
that.
Happy employees make happy customers. That's the
How
difference
cool
in
is
car.
that?
New roads
At a hot, stupid, silly good little money stripper.
We don't, but we endure, and we plan for even at
Isn't that cool though?
Center field for Simi. Ball is Julio.
There you go. So,
We want Sherman. We heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom.
Jesus. All right, anyways. There you go. That's an example. It's kind of neat, you know. I got little, if there was something out there that was transistors only, and I think if we got to that stage, we wouldn't be live anyways, but there you go. Let's see. Yeah, let's do some more. Really quick though, I'll do something on the. There were some more images taken today out there at the Morphew, like gravesite. You know, the weird part is, you know, is Barry similar to the last person that we just discussed? I mean, it almost feels like a similar situation there. Oh yeah, middle monitor. Oh yeah, let me try to get my music going again. There we go. Yeah, so the images I saw in the news, it looked like they're maybe out in the same place. I just want to check I like to look at the background images again. So I think those ones are like this one. See all these people? This is today. Look at all these people walking there. And now you can see the mountain range in the background. There you go. That's right there. I don't know if you can see that, but or my face is in the way. Let me get me the hell out of here. That's it right there. About like that. I think. Sure looks similar. Let me see. Yeah, I think that is right here. I don't know, it's not perfect for sure. And then there's this crazy drop off there, so I don't know. Sure looks like that though, but that doesn't quite look like that. Is it over here then, or? I think that's it. There you go. So that isn't it. It's right here, like that. And it's just the wide angle lens. I don't know if you can. There's a. See how this comes down and then up like that? That's this whole area like that. And then it does that little dip down right here. That little quick drop. And I think that's right over here. See that right here? That's right there. So in that image, that means, so what's going on here then is the camera person, it's proving what we were doing yesterday. The camera person is down this road and they're filming back that way at these people. And that right there is the highway. So, I mean, it's really clear then that at this point somebody's standing on this road and they're filming back like this. So the crime scene appears to be right where we have it in this general area right there. And then what is this one? Yeah, and so that's going to be that dirt road, and let's just verify that. That means at an angle, like a 45-degree angle from the highway. So if we go to the highway right here, and here's what I'm going to guess. About a 45-degree angle from the highway, turn and go about right there without looking at the other image. And I'm going to move it in, and let's see how, well, there you go. I could just see it right here. Look at right there. Right here. I mean, it's literally the exact same spot. So you see that, how that works? I just go boom, 45. I could see that was a 45-degree angle photograph taken. And there you go. Again, proving the exact spot. And that's it. So anyways, I think that's going to do it, you guys. I don't really have much more to do tonight. I'm kind of tired. Tomorrow I'll have more energy. But today was just a really long, plodding day trying to get this sucker working. Happy birthday, Cindy. So that must mean you're older than me. Not much, though. Not much. I think Cindy is 17 days older than I am. Although, no, wait. A year and 17 days, because I'm not even... How old am I? I'm not 58. But not the greatest night on here for the Super Chats, but thank you, Mag, on the PayPal there. And I mean, the thing is, every single night I try to actively push for it because I know what it takes at the end of the month. But I mean, yesterday you guys were really generous and stuff like that for Jennifer, so we're gonna definitely put it like I'm gonna try to put about 1,000 aside for the fund currently, and then we'll try to do like 500 a month. And you know what I was thinking was, I don't know, maybe we'll figure out what day her birthday is, and maybe that will be when it's funded. Although, I mean, the day she passed away is good timing for giving out a scholarship. You know, it's like in terms of months, right? I think it was September 28th. So that's kind of like right when the school year starts. And so maybe we could do something like that. Just kind of as a, you know, like that's part of when we give out the scholarship. Hello? Yes. All right, you guys. Thank you very much. And thank you to CR, Circa Then, Cindy J, Simply Me, Vicky H, Stacy Facey, Lanky Tor gifted 5, CR gifted, Linda gifted, Annabelle Stealth, Linda gifted again, K Me, Jessica Schubach, Linda gifted again, Classical Guitarist, Mag, Eugenie, Dobby Smith, Jennifer Ladybugs, KM Bear 1, and CR. And thank you guys for your generosity. Really appreciate it. And man, it feels kind of cool being. So now it's going to be amazing. We're going to have a scholarship fund and a DNA fund, and neither one of those are. I mean, the DNA fund isn't going to be changed. I'm just going to give less to the bigger charities out there and build up a DNA fund. I mean, a scholarship fund. The DNA fund is going to keep getting what it gets, because that's probably the best thing that we've had been doing. But now the scholarship thing, I think, is right equal with that. And that's all because of you freaks out there. So thank you guys. All right, so we will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully it wasn't too weird with the new setup and everything like that. I mean, the camera's higher up and everything, so you know, I have to look up in the sky. But I mean, how did it go other than that? I don't think it was too bad, right? It's weird that chair makes, with the dark shirt, it looks like I've got this big, you know. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'll be able to record stuff with no sound in the background. Today, on Grant Hughes Investigates. And then put in the music. There'll be no extra sounds. The cool part is I have a heater up here. And you turn it on to silent mode, and it doesn't make any sound at all. Let me ask you something. Why not just have it that way? You know, it's like there's no sound at all, and it works just as good. I know there's some people that like the sound because it gives you the, you know, you can sleep to it. But, I mean, really? Shouldn't that be the default? Turn on sound. I mean, it makes zero sound now. It's crazy. The only thing that makes sound, the only thing that you might be able to hear right now is my computer. Yeah. Hey, Lana, thanks for buying all those memberships. Appreciate it. And also, Lanky Tor got 5, so that's cool. And by the way, Daryl Montgomery's mod he's not replacing It was just that was just the timing of it. I was trying to get another male mod in here. He's not replacing Jennifer. Jennifer's still up there. There's Jennifer, Stephen Bashirs, and Sasmir are still mods on my channel. All right, so they'll be watching over us anyways. Okay, so that's pretty cool. We just thought I have a couple male mods, but there's like, I didn't want people to think like I immediately tried to replace her with you, with anybody. I mean, it wouldn't matter if it was you or not. It was just the timing. That's how it went. I had talked to him about it, and I actually mentioned it before to somebody else. But we don't really. I think there's only, gosh, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 male mods that even show up from time to time. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. And as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.
Good night, everybody.
This true crime thing for quite a while now.
Yeah, I just
And
said
during
that.
this whole time, I have.
I know,
not
but I
seen
want to say
one
it too.
person.
Good night, Cindy J. Happy birthday. Man, you're old.
Hey, that's rude, Mary Lou. That's rude as hell. She's one of the people that likes you, too.
If you try and play
Oh, okay. Hey, you are young now.
Here's my nectar. Professor Greg is gonna give another
That doesn't make up for it.
collector, freak connector,
And I'm always
gonna be a pup protector, fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, ya, just remember I've a temple fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you.
Good night, everybody, especially you, Cindy.
Well, that's kind of rude to everybody else. I mean, they watch you, too.
Yeah, but it's her birthday.
But it's been other people's birthday, and you didn't say the same thing.
Well, that's because... Well, I don't really have a good reason. All right, thanks, everybody.
Oh, God. Man. She couldn't really... She had no excuse. No excuse. All right, see you guys later. Be safe out there.
Be safe out there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know, I said it too.
But I didn't want you to say it, too.
But I wanted to say it, right?
But I didn't want you to.
But I wanted to.
You win, Mary Lou.
Thanks, Greg.